start of our cold snap here. I'm running a little behind this morning. I had to put sand in the pre-stalls and all that good stuff, so I got the 460 warming up. I'm going to try to grind a load of feed for the heifers. I don't want to run out of that in the middle of the cold snap because it ain't just so bad today, but the wind's blowing pretty hard out of the north, so that wind is cold. Now I'll see if the old 806 will fire up today. I got her plugged in, and I put that oil pan heater on there too, so let this heat up while get cows fed and all that good stuff, and see what we get done today, I guess. Shed of goods here. I got this little stack here. It's a 36% protein pellet, mineral and all that good stuff in it, so I'll throw that in and throw some corn in. I wish I had some oats to mix in, but I don't, so they get by. Ideal world, if I ever get that far, if I could ever find a few more acres, I wouldn't mind throwing. I got one corn crib left here. I wouldn't mind crib of corn to feed the heifers and stuff, but hard to say if that'll ever happen or not. Day like today, shoveling ear corn would be alright, instead of standing there flipping a switch on a bin. It gets cold in a hurry, especially when the wind's blowing. Some days I really miss doing that job. I'll miss the rats, so I do not miss some things. Alright, well, we're back here with the dry cows. I gotta put a little straw in the calving pen. I got some round bales, but I think we'll use one of these miniature big squares. So I gotta mess around with the skid loader, get back here, so a little easier. Gotta get them used up anyways. They're getting to be a couple of years old. So we'll see if I can roll one of these off the stack and throw it in there and get some good bedding down there, because I'm sure somebody's bound to calve when it's good and cold out. Everybody's coming in from outside. Don't blame them. There's Dolly. She's actually due today, I think. Nice heifer. It's my oldest daughter's heifer. So hopefully you have a heifer in you. Just wish it wasn't so cold. Alright, well, we're getting going here this morning. I see that lineback Dolly, she had her calf here, so we'll get that thrown in the calf warmer here so she can get dried off, and yeah, see what we get done today. She's a nice looking heifer. Well, it's cold, but the barn cleaner turned on. Only had to break a couple paddles loose, so call that a win. Better wait to call the win till it's empty, I guess, but barn cleaner is one of those things you never want to walk away from, especially in the wintertime. Before you know it, you'll have all your chain out there in a pile, and God knows what else goes wrong with the damn things. Keep a little oil on the chain. Yeah, a lot of times it'll want to freeze up under there. I try to stuff some straw in the chute when it gets cold, but the freaking cats will burrow through there and damn things. But yeah, you want to make sure that, especially on here, you want to, on this return side, make sure that chain's loose, because if something goes wrong, that chain's bound up there. That's just that return corner. If you're not careful, you can rip that out of the cement, then you really got yourself a mess. But yeah, I don't keep my belt overly tight out there, so if something does catch, I'm always hoping they'll slip the belt before it tears things apart. I'm always kind of surprised for not keeping cows in the barn anymore, how good that stays liquidy in there. Gets a little froze in the very back by the door, but not bad. Even when it gets way down below zero, normally stays pretty good. Guess if anybody's curious how these things work, so that chain just slides on that guide in there. You always got to make sure that's good and clear. Then on these other corners, there's a wheel. And that wheel basically got a little piece of steel on top with a pin down through it. And then just a couple adjusting bolts that go here and here, keep it away from the cement. So yeah, if you were to take this chain off, that thing would just fall right out of there. But, yeah, you got to keep those things greased up. Those bushings go out, and there's one on each corner back there. Yeah, just not a whole lot to them. There's not many people have them anymore, because not many people milking the good old tie stall barns. Well, it's a chilly one this morning now. Well, was it 8 below when I left? At least the sun's out, but there's a breeze out there, and it's brisk. So yeah, we'll see if we can sneak through chores without any major mishaps. And I think tonight's 14 below, 14 or 15, something like that. Cold, anyways. So then after that, we warm back up, or at least get back into the 20s, anyways. So that'll be all right. Right.
Getting all the cold air coming in the barn now, fogging her up. More foggy in here. It actually don't look bad through the phone here. Well, there ain't much soupy out here. It's pretty froze. Scraping with the bucket instead of the scraper. The bad thing, it gets this cold. Once you do scrape it, that cement gets really slippery. So my wife normally kicks some sand out of the stalls, give them a little traction. One of these days we're going to probably have to go through and re-groove this cement out here, but maybe by this summer we'll see about doing something like that. Nobody likes walking on the frozen poo either. I don't blame them. You trip every 2 steps. Alright, well, we should be on the last day of our cold snap. There's that little lineback heifer calf. So yeah, only down to 3 below tonight. Then we start warming up in the 20s. It's even going to get up in the 40s. So yeah, thaw some stuff out. Actually, a set of twins that was born during this cold weather. I had another one born this morning. That one's still in the calf warmer. And yeah, we had another calf too another day. Yeah, always used to be, it seemed like cows would wait right before or right after a big weather change to calve. But yeah, these ones must have missed that memo and decided to drop them when it was good and cold. So yeah, is what it is. Just glad to have those calf warmers and blankets and not be in calf huts anymore. We'll probably call this one good enough. Yeah, I don't know what we'll get into next year. I guess be hauling more shit, so that's all we do. Let it thaw out just a little bit. And a lot of that real hard frozen stuff we just kind of got to break up and set aside and let it thaw out. And normally the piles in the pit you get down in there, it ain't froze so bad. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. We'll have to get cleaning. Got a couple of sheds need to get cleaned out again too. Went through a lot of bedding. This weather up and down. We've been treating calves, or mostly the bigger heifers. Got a couple of calves in the calf barn. Not much. They stay pretty good in that calf barn, but seems like the heifers outside for whatever reason this year. I normally don't have troubles, but this year a lot of coughing going on. But the weather's been so up and down. I don't know. Here's what it is. So, anyways, we'll see what we get into here sometime, and we'll be back eventually. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you right later.